Is this thing on? Hi boos! Let's do a little chit chat narration before we get into the video. I tapped out of the social media matrix for the entire month of November, and baby, let me tell you, I needed that. I just feel so much more productive, lighthearted, and focused on me when I'm not scrolling. But until I have the team that can post for me, I will have to manually do it myself. So I'm tapping back in. I made my gym announcement on my birthday this year, and that was in July. Y'all, we are basically in December. The gag is I've had this gym and signed this lease in January. And even more tea, this is my second location. Signed a different lease prior to the one that I'm in currently. That went completely downhill. I signed this lease. It was 2 suites next to each other. I wanted access to them simultaneously. What does that mean? They were gonna need to put an entryway in between the wall that connected the two. The landlord said that he was okay with this, but then when it came time to do so, and then we got word from the city after the architect created the plans that there was a whole bunch more work that needed to be done upon making the change of use, he backed out. We both came to a mutual agreement that the lease wasn't gonna work out, and so I dusted my hands off with that. I was so disappointed in this because I really thought that I found the perfect spot for the gym, right? But there's always better. There's always better. So I kept searching, and then I found a different space, knowing that I had to get the change of use, pull the permits, get the CO, all of these things. You can't just move into a space and have your gym equipment and be like, okay, it's gonna be a gym. No, you have to go through a process. For the change of use, you have to have architectural plans. There has to be permits pulled. There has to be inspections done. So these are all things that I didn't know within the first lease. Now in the second lease, I know a little bit better. I was going to the city myself. They told me that I needed to have a 40 to 50 year recertification. Actually, that the landlords needed to have a 40 to 50 year recertification. What the heck is a 40 to 50 year recertification? Nobody told me that, and I didn't have that problem in the last lease. This is the landlord's job, right? So I signed this lease. They didn't have this 40 to 50 year recertification. As a tenant, I shouldn't have signed that lease. See a vision in this. I'm gonna stick it through. And so my current landlord came to the decision that, okay, until the 40 to 50 year recertification, you will not have to pay any rent on top of the months that I already negotiated to be reinstated, and we'll just go from there. So I got really blessed in my situation. So I'm not paying rent on the space. And like I said, I've had it since January. I made my announcement in July. We're now in December. And so that's where we're at. Can I be honest? I'm having a really hard time being vulnerable during this journey, even though I was like, I'm gonna record everything, I'm gonna show everything. I was not expecting to have to narrate a story or go through a story that consisted of so many crashes and burns. And I'm the type of person where it's like, you're not supposed to let the internet see you cry. I've lost count of how many times I have cried myself to sleep during this process. And I thought about it. You cannot ask for anointing and not expect to be under attack. Because the thing is, you go through something, you grow through something, and then you give God the ultimate glory. So I'm learning to go through this process, learn everything that I can, and then steward for others along the way. So with that being said, it's not about me. I'm just simply a vessel of this mission. So I'm super excited to start rolling these things out. Got these tapes since last year, and I'll probably pop in and out to narrate just so that nothing gets lost in translation. See ya. Mwah. Good morning. It is signing day. I have mixed emotions. I'm a little scared. Like, I'm a little psyched out by the fact that this is actually happening. It's been a long process.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this.
I feel good, but at the same time, I still got a lot of work to do. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Thank you, God. Doesn't even feel real. Like, what is going on? I think it doesn't feel real because I have so much work to do still. Like, I'm not gonna be satisfied until everything is set. I'm already noticing a couple of things that I need to get from the landlord because I need to keep the electricity. We in here. There used to be a hood right there. With the last spot, first of all, it was a lot smaller than this. Let's start there. It was a lot smaller than this, and there was a wall. So it was 2 suites, but I needed access to both spaces. And they told me that they would create a hole. They didn't create the hole. So with this space, this was a food and beverage spot at first. As you can see, there's a sink right there, and there was a kitchen hood right here. And so immediately it was kind of a red flag for me because I'm like, I don't want to go in no space that has something that needs to be done by the landlord. You get what I'm saying? Because the last situation. But I'm just really happy. I walked in here one day and there were the construction guys working and getting this removed, as well as they're gonna take that out too. But I'm just about to pray. Brought my notebook. Hello? 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 This is crazy. Hey y'all, so I'm on my way to a meeting for a architect, and we're gonna discuss basically the scope of work that she's gonna do in the space. We're gonna see what she's talking about. So at this point I have 3 different people: whoever has the best price, whoever seems the most thorough, and whoever can get the work done quickest. Yeah, we on our way. I'm excited to meet this lady, and she was just explaining like all of the many phases that I have to go through with permitting through the city and all of this stuff. So I just want to hit the ground running because it's already February and I need to get going. Like, I need to get going. So I've been recording all of my phone call conversations and just being very thorough with that. So I'm excited to show you guys like everything and then kind of debrief afterwards. But I feel like this is the hardest part. City work and expediter work is the thick of it. I don't even feel like putting the equipment is gonna be that hard. Also, I got my hair done. I got my hair done. I got a quick weave. I was gonna say I got a hair done. I got a quick weave. This is my first time trying a quick weave. Flip over. First time trying a quick weave flip over. I get quick weaves all the time, but this is my first flip over. And she's super cute, super tea.
Spaces, I think you should show your yoga mat. Those are the decisions that are going to need to be made.
Okay.
This is from the old
hoodie. I thought that was supposed to be removed.
So just ask them about it. They're going to fix it.
Okay.
Just ask him, is this the last set of drawings the permit has?
Okay, perfect. Time.
MEP and myself, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks max.
Good morning, y'all. So I am about to meet with one of the interior designers for breakfast, and we are just going to go over a comprehensive quote of everything so that I can make a decision on whether I want to move forward in working with her or not. I need to actually talk through some of these things and think about some things too. As you begin to put yourself in position with these people and have these meetings, there's going to be certain questions of topics that come up that you might have not thought about. So I definitely see this as being fruitful and being an educational opportunity. So yeah, I'm gonna meet with her, and I'm just waiting now, and I'll catch you guys up. So I got my Bluehost web email to work finally. When I tell y'all, it's so, like, I don't know, sitting and doing technical things on the computer makes me want to pull my hair out. So I spent hours of waiting for the site to propagate and all that stuff. I was calling so many of their agents on Bluehost, and I finally got my email to like go through so I can send and receive emails from my website domain. And I just emailed myself and I said just testing, and then I said got it. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. I think this is so funny. I sent myself this email and said just testing, and then I sent myself this other email and got it. And I got that from my actual GYMBOU email, which is which is just a step in the right direction. So I'm here at the restaurant about to meet the interior designer, and I'm just waiting for her. She just texted me saying that she'll be here in 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna chill. I'm kind of glad that I wore like a sweatsuit because it's a little chilly in here. I usually get cold in restaurants and stuff like that, so I'm really comfortable in my fit right now. So I'm just gonna chill here until she gets here. So I didn't include that meeting. The reality is it's a lot more expensive than you think. She brought me back a quote and I was like, girl, yeah, no. So I had to go and do some shopping around for someone else that was within my budget. Hey, Belinda.
Hey, add
Okay.
your HS number to that and send it back to me.
Perfect. Thank you. Shout out to Belinda. I registered everything for my health studio certification in September, and because I moved locations, I had to redo that. So I was going through my files and I realized like I hadn't reached out to them yet. Super sweet girl. She helped me through the process through the first one, and then through this one I just had to make address changes and then update my DBA, which is GYMBOU, short for Gym Boutique instead of Gym Space. So I had to tell her that, and yeah, we're rocking and we're rolling. I am on my way right now to meet with an architect.
First time you're doing some construction thing, I know it's stressful, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be more stressful.
Don't tell me that.
No, so you can be prepared. You know, it's gonna be stressful. You're gonna be super stressful. It's gonna be a point when you wanna cry and you wanna.
Oh, I'm
send
gonna cry.
anything to the toilet. You're not in that point yet, and then you're gonna kiss everybody.
Oh, after it's all done.
Yeah, exactly. And you won't see it hanging because it can be just
Hidden.
in the process.
Basically what I would want to have out here is classes, so group classes. Now inside here I would have the machinery, so back squat machine, the free weights, their machines, treadmill, stairmaster, the dynamic between outside and inside.
You see like this. This is like the look of industrial looking.
Morning, guys. I'm just like having a hard time right now because I have to have a conversation with one of the architects that I really liked, and that really helped me clear up a lot of things that I was confused about. And so I just don't really know how to like tell her that I want to go with the other architect just because they're keeping everything in-house, and it just seems a little bit more cohesive for me and my brain. But this woman is so amazing, and I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out what I want to say. But honestly, like, you just have to keep it honest. Thank you so much. Here. Okay. That wasn't that bad. Having to have hard conversations and having to make hard decisions. That has been insane, especially as a recovering people pleaser. I came across a really knowledgeable architect, but I wasn't secure in going with her completely just because there were some things where it wasn't in-house. The other architect quoted me with everything that I needed, which, like I said, is just a lot easier. But she was amazing. But I remember having to have that conversation with her, and I was just like, dang, I don't want to have this conversation. She took it very well, which I'm super grateful for, and told me to stay in contact. She actually followed up with me not too long ago, and I'm super just, grateful for her because she believed in my vision. I told her exactly what I wanted to do, and she was completely on board. But business is business, and I have to go off of that sometimes instead of like, oh, this is a girl. I would have loved to have an all-girls team. I even was in contact with a girl contractor. She was a bitch. So yeah, some things just don't work out that way. Maybe for my next project, but for this one, we kind of had to get the men involved. Ugh, hate that. I'm about to make a phone call, natural gas line people, because there is a gas line 6747.
Tampa Electric and People's Gas. Para español, tell me the reason for your call.
Remove gas pipe.
Okay, for audits, solar, energy planner, or net metering, just say energy programs or press 1.
Removing.
Warranties.
Remove.
You can also say, help me with something else, repeat, or go back to the main menu.
Customer service, please.
Please stay on the line to provide us feedback on how we are doing through a brief survey at the conclusion of your call.
pipe that's sticking out in the back area, and I wanted to know if I could possibly have it removed. Hey y'all. Oh, where's my little, hold on, because I like it when it's like long. That did not sound right. So I'm in the spot, and as you can see, I have my camera with me because I need to take some pictures. So I was like, I don't know where to go, but then I was like, I know exactly where to go. So boom, I'm here. So I have a couple of outfits. I need to not put this on the floor though. I have a couple of outfits. I'm gonna do pink and white, and we're gonna take some shots. Insane idea. What if I had a runway show in my gym? So you walk, there's like chairs and everybody, and then you have to go through here. Boom. And then you walk all the way to the end. That's tea. I think that would be so cool. The contractor had texted me and said that this was the sample. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I'm just recording this right now because I'm on the verge of crashing out. And I'm on the verge of wanting to say, screw all of this. I don't want to do it anymore. Because it gets to a point where, like, I have a contractor. He works for the landlord. But what he's been doing seems as though it's like handyman work. A handyman is a different name for contractor. Handyman is like not contractor. He's not responding to me. $1,000 of my dollars. He's not responding. I want to crash out this because I am sick of this and I have had enough and I just don't feel like dealing with it anymore. You know what? Why would I sit here and stress about that? Why would I sit here and stress about, oh, he's not texting me back? At least I'm not stressed about a boy not texting me back. I would rather be stressed about a contractor not texting me back than a boy not texting me back. But at the end of the day, I'm going to move accordingly. I'm going to act accordingly because I can only do so much.
Gets screwed by the same person.
The contractor?
It's always a contractor. Why? Because if I want to build a house, I'm not going to hire a contractor because I don't have anything yet. I need to get a permit, I need to get an architect, I need to get an engineer. Same answer. I already paid the contractor to do all that.
I'm firing someone. I've been being gaslit based off of them having experience and have done projects before and know what they're doing. So because of my ignorance or lack of experience, I have compromised in believing, okay, they know what they're doing. But it's like, no, this is my vision. Talking in circles and explaining to someone who is working on this project based on what their vision is and what they want to do and how they see fit. No. Everybody is literally pissing me off. I have a contractor telling me that I don't need the expediter. And I have the expediter telling me that I don't need a contractor. So what does that sound like? Foolery. Somebody is lying. So I just texted the landlord and let him know. But like, it's stuff like this where I'm just like, do I need to get a whole new building? Is this worth it? I cannot walk into a building and it'd be water on the floor. Imagine if I started painting and stuff like that. So, okay. Here goes the landlord now. Hello.
Oh my god, this is so frustrating.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you've made it to the end, oh my god, give yourself a round of applause. Baby, make that clap. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. We're not just playing, we're hooping now, okay? So we're about to get back into the momentum. I've got some really fire stuff to show you guys. So love y'all. Mwah.